The night was cold and foggy as Detective Max Harper drove through the winding roads leading to Blackwood Mansion. Known for solving the toughest cases in the city of Eldridge, Max was a man of sharp instincts, with short black hair, intense brown eyes, and a lean but muscular build. His mind was always working, scanning for clues before anyone else could even spot them. He had been called to investigate a mysterious disappearance. The mansion's owner, Eleanor Blackwood, a woman with pale skin, long dark hair, and cold blue eyes, greeted him at the door. "My sister Isabella is missing," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I fear something terrible has happened." Max followed Eleanor into the mansion, his eyes scanning the grand but decaying surroundings. The mansion was old, its dark hallways lined with portraits of ancestors long forgotten. There was a strange tension in the air, as if the house itself was hiding secrets. Eleanor led him to Isabella's room. It was untouched, except for an open window with the curtains fluttering in the wind. "She was here last night," Eleanor explained. "Then she was gone without a trace." Her sharp blue eyes were filled with a mix of curiosity and caution. "I am Leora," she said in perfect English, though her accent was unfamiliar. "You hold the key to the timeline." Max's sharp eyes caught something, a small piece of fabric caught on the windowsill, and footprints leading into the nearby woods. Without hesitation, he followed the trail, flashlight in hand. The woods were dark and thick with mist, every sound amplified by the silence. Suddenly, Max spotted a figure standing in the distance. It was Isabella. She looked pale, her eyes wide with fear, as if she had seen something terrifying. Before Max could reach her, she vanished into the trees. He pursued her deeper into the woods until he came across an old, abandoned cabin. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the smell of decay. He cautiously entered, his heart racing. As he stepped inside, the door slammed shut behind him. The cabin was eerily quiet, but he could feel he wasn't alone. A shadowy figure emerged from the darkness, a man with piercing eyes and a sinister smile. "You shouldn't have come here, Detective," the figure hissed. "Some secrets are meant to stay buried." Max realized he had walked into a trap. The man lunged at him, but Max fought back, knocking him unconscious. As he searched the cabin, he found Isabella tied up in the basement. She was weak, but alive. Back at the mansion, Eleanor thanked Max with a relieved smile. "You've saved her," she whispered. Max nodded but couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to this case than met the eye. As he left the mansion, he glanced back at the shadowy figure watching him from one of the windows. The case wasn't over. As Max drove away, the fog seemed thicker, wrapping the mansion in an eerie shroud. His thoughts raced. Who was the man in the cabin, and why had Isabella been taken? Something about Eleanor's calmness didn't sit right with him. Suddenly his phone buzzed. A message flashed on the screen. "You missed something, Detective." The Tower of Eternity loomed in the distance, its massive stone walls glowing faintly with an ancient energy. Just as they reached the entrance, the Chronos caught up to them. His heart pounded. He glanced in the rearview mirror and saw headlights approaching fast, cutting through the mist. The real mystery was just beginning. And so, the story ends here.